Previously on How I Met Your Mother.
Hello, everybody. This is you're watching How I Met Your Mother. Nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m. This is I'm Carter Bays, creator and executive producer.
I'm Craig Thomas. Also those things.
Also both of those things, and together we are the Solids.
This is just us plugging our band.
That's all we're gonna do.
That's all it is.
It really raises the question: why do these DVD commentaries? Really, if an artist has something to say, it should all be up there on the screen, and there should be nothing more to add to it. So really, we're just gonna sit here quietly and watch. No, we'll talk. We'll just flap our gums about something.
This
great theme song.
We like this episode a lot. This is one of the sadder episodes of the show, and I like that it actually begins with a previously, because it kind of cues you to the fact that this is kind of an hour drama. This episode.
Yeah,
it's almost previously
together.
Lost.
Yeah.
Ted, it's Robin.
That harp music that you heard there, that was sort of we sort of decided to go with that because from Mike Leigh's film Naked, which is it's also, I don't know, kind of has that dark city kind of a guy wandering around doing bad stuff. I don't know if anyone's seen the movie, but that was the reason for that.
Sit. Good boys.
I like seeing Robin with the dogs. That was we just added that to get better testing results because people like seeing dogs, so we had 5 of them.
And just to have dogs on the set, like really half of the stuff you see written here is just stuff that we wanted, because we're on the set all day, and you just want to keep yourself entertained. So like having kids on the set is fun. Having dogs on the set, there's always some sort of, like, if you watch the show, like there's always like cake or or like a suit store, a dress store. I don't know. There's just stuff that people like. Big grand piano.
Dogs.
My grandma has 5 cats and she gets lonely.
That girl's very cute.
Cats. I'm not sympathetic cat.
That's my daughter.
Actually, 5 of these kids are Carter's kids.
Yep.
All by different mothers.
No, are you?
Woman lives alone doesn't mean she's a lesbian. Okay, let's have a big hand for Robin, the reporter.
Pam Fryman did a bang-up job. We always say about Pam Fryman, we say that she deep-fried it. That's our catchphrase.
She fried it up.
She fried it up. Pam Fryman,
Fried up.
you deep-fried this one as you deep-fry everything. This is our running thing of never quite saying exactly what Barney does.
Yeah. Please.
Which we enjoy. It just says please.
Oh, and what you're about to see here is all Neil Patrick Harris. Boom. He is an extremely accomplished magician. He is, I believe he's like on the board of directors at the Magic Castle here in LA. He's, it's a pretty impressive thing, and he totally brought that to the role and made Barney.
Yeah, it's not a joke at all. He's really he is seriously into it. He's a huge part of sort of the magic scene in Los Angeles. He took us to the Magic Castle, which is this, I think the Magicians Guild. It's sort of the house that they have there, and the way you enter is you say a password and a bookcase slides open, and it's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, there's like a ghost that plays piano, and it's actually, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it. We should probably be quiet right now because they'll come after us.
They can have you killed, the Magicians Guild.
We know too much.
We should have sex.
And as you know, this is has he appeared yet? Is this his first appearance? This is his first appearance.
Wesley himself.
Alexis Denisof, Wesley from Angel. We're huge Buffy and Angel fans, and it's Alyson Hannigan's real-life husband and all-around awesome guy. Very, very funny in this role with his hairspray helmet kicking.
Yeah. He knocked this out of the park. He just walked in and he just was this character.
It was really great. We had to convince him that we're huge fans of his in order to make him do this role. He thought we were just doing it to be nice because Alyson, I don't know, he seemed insecure about it. We had to convince him, no, we're enormous fans of your work.
Yeah.
You're doing us a favor to do this.
He was hysterical on
He's just
Buffy
so
and
funny.
Angel.
He's such a sweet guy. Hey, Alexis, if you're watching this.
Oh, man.
This is a big glass of wine that she ends up pouring herself.
Yep.
That just keeps going. Don't try that at home.
We should. I don't know. Should we talk about the drinking on this show, because it's the white elephant in the room. There is a lot of drinking on this show, and
I think she gave some to the dogs.
It's probably irresponsible of us.
The dogs look drunk.
Yeah. That's Victor. Is that Victor, or that's Victor's replacement? Victor was the Chihuahua on the set of the pilot. I think he got replaced because he was trouble. He was the one. That take right there. Him coming and jumping into her lap. That was take 17 probably.
Hi, Ted.
I just like how Pam and how our cinematographer Chris LaFontaine and everybody on his team just made this so moody. It's just so much of this episode is at night. It feels like it's Gotham City or something. It's just sort of dark and moody and very cool. It really adds to the flavor of this episode.
We have a really great photography team, and we really like it's so cool, like the way, because Craig and I, we just like making little movies, and that's basically what we try to do with the show. And every time we give them something where it's like, all right, we're making a movie this week, they love it. They eat it up, and they always do a great job with it.
I love juice.
Yeah, they don't freak out when we say we're shooting, 50 scenes this week. I mean, by comparison, an episode of like King of Queens or a show like that's like 6 or 7 scenes. So we throw a lot at these guys, and they just nail it, and Pam nails it every time.
Yeah.
Juice.
Yes, we'll juice.
Okay.
Okay.
There's the harp again.
Bye.
There's Ted making a very treacherous decision.
This is fine.
This was a tough one to write. I mean, it was very. Ted does some bad stuff in this episode, but eventually that's what the show has to be, is just Ted doing really stupid stuff that older Ted can look back and say, yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, we thought it was okay because the narrator's saying this is a story about the time I did something stupid. And it's a show about, people in their late 20s trying to learn stuff and finish that last bit of growing up to actually becoming an adult that you do in your late 20s. And it means doing some stupid stuff sometimes. And anyway, we hope that Ted's character wasn't too compromised by doing this. I think hopefully we made it understandable why he would do this.
Yeah, I love this guy's voice.
And there's an interesting cut right there.
Oh my gosh.
That is Ashley Williams back again as Victoria.
Is this 6 Feet Under? But I thought this was CBS.
She's not actually dead.
She's not dead.
She's just in Germany. There's a fine line. I don't know what that means.
This was this is one of those things that you're not sure if people are gonna buy it at all, but then you cut it together and it's just like it makes sense.
Okay. You want a second opinion? Fine.
We like this device of Ted sort of talking to his conscience in the form of Victoria.
Okay, that music you hear there, Marshall's cell phone ring, that we had that made. That's the song that he sings in
Sweet Taste of Liberty.
Sweet Taste of Liberty. Thank you. The studying law, making a responsible choice for my future. That was
You like the idea that he somehow recorded and created this song to become his, just the song he's mumbling to himself while studying is his cell phone ring.
Or that's the cell phone ring that came with his phone and like he wrote because I've gotten my cell phone ring stuck in my head.
He reverse engineered the song from the generic cell phone ring.
I guess I'm just better
melody.
friends with her than you are. Oh, well, I'm better friends.
There is a great ad-lib by Jason Segel coming up here.
Okay, that's it. You and
Yeah, these guys start arguing and just start saying weird stuff if you listen. There.
I used to box in the
I used
army.
to box in the army. I rember I kind of missed that.
And so now Marshall was in the army. Thanks, Jason. Now we have to explain that. Cupcakes, that's her thing.
She's not driving that car.
That cupcake was like 8 weeks old. That was actually Ashley's idea, was the cupcake, and the prop guys had it sitting in the back of their
and she's just eating it.
She never actually eats it. The frosting was fresh, but the cupcake not so much.
So the frosting was a bit of a cheat.
Yeah.
All right. I now like this episode slightly less.
Looks straight down into hell.
What does your mom always say?
Nothing good ever.
Nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m. Go home.
Again, this is this sort of relationship thing where Marshall and Lily kind of try to weigh in on Ted's life and sort of be parental figures to him and keep him from screwing up. And I like
really
that dynamic a lot.
just get up in his mix.
They do.
And ruin any chance he has of getting any action. Slow push.
She likes me?
She really shouldn't have told him that. Don't tell the guy after 2 a.m. that the pretty girl likes him and expect it to go well.
I'll see you at home.
It's
He's going home.
He is so
when we were on the set, I told Josh right after we did that shot that there's nothing I like more than a slow push into Josh Radnor.
Beautiful girl who wants to have sex with you.
He liked
Then
that.
she's gonna make you some delicious juice.
No, he's not going up there. He has more
Look how Marshall's still on the juice in the pineapple incident. He's always on the pineapple.
Yeah, there's
He's
so
stuck-
much
he's-
more to Marshall's character than that.
After 2 a.m., my good sense was sound asleep.
And he likes cake in the wedding episode.
Dude likes food. What are you going to do?
He's got layers, though. Not unlike a cake.
Wait a second.
A delicious
Brilliant.
comedy.
You're going up there?
You want to get out of the way?
I like that bag of vegetables that Ted has.
He really went out and got vegetables.
He
to
got
make
a
juice.
huge bag overflowing.
Like
they're
that's
gonna make
really what's going on.
they're gonna make so much juice with that bag of vegetables.
Hi.
I like that moment a lot. She
I got
disappeared.
Yeah.
vegetables, I got carrots.
There's a
I got
lot of stuff in here
beets.
that isn't a big laugh, but
I'm not.
we just like doing it.
Stupidest thing I've ever said.
He's such a lush. Make it a big glass.
By the end of it, you had.
There really is just a lot of drinking in this show.
Yeah.
And we've said so many places that it's based on our lives to some extent, and it just makes us look like huge alcoholics.
Cry for help.
This whole show is a cry for help.
But we like having booze on the set too, just like we like having dogs and children. It's a bad combination.
So,
Suffice it to say, lots of lawsuits on How I Met Your Mother. Sad.
When the clock strikes 2, just go
Uh-oh.
to sleep.
Woo! We had to cut that out. The
Yeah.
studio audience just did a
Guys went
huge
crazy.
woo right
Yeah.
there.
Wow, how hard long distance is, and then she dumped me.
Yeah, we had the Saved by the Bell audience that day. And
I'm sorry. That's just terrible.
They were pissed that Zach Morris was not in the episode.
You're
They almost
smiling.
lynched us.
Am I? No, I'm not. I'm a news anchor.
Oh,
It's
damn.
part of the job. Thousands died in a tragic avalanche today. See,
you could light a cigarette off of this scene.
smiling too.
Yeah. I have no idea what that's all about.
We become quiet anytime the two of them are on screen together. We just start watching
Oh,
it.
here's the best part.
Which does Korean Elvis rock? I'll answer that.
Oh, I love that cut.
I like how you think that music coming ahead of the cut is like this really cheesy piece of score. Like, why did they put this incredibly cheesy piece of music under this? And it's actually
Yep.
Korean Elvis.
Happens after 2 a.m.
You know, I have found in my travels that all the best things in life happen after 2 a.m.
That's the title of the
That's
episode.
best stories
I don't know if
of
you
my
guys
life.
caught
The
that.
Liberty Bell incident,
Subtle.
the little scrape I got in at the Russian embassy, the almost four-way.
I like how everyone in the back. Look at the girl right behind Alyson. She's like, yeah, go Korean Elvis.
happened after
You go. She came specifically to see him. That guy's like pretty good.
Say it with me. Legendary.
I wonder what happened at the Russian embassy. We'll find out someday.
Interesting theory, Barney.
Season
but I'll need
3.
some proof. Okay.
There it is, legendary.
Korean Elvis. How would you like to have a drink with me and my friends?
Neil makes me laugh on that.
And it begins.
So, hey.
That guy's a genius.
There was so much more Korean Elvis in this episode. The amount of Korean Elvis that could cut out in the script stage is just. It really was a Korean Elvis show before we realized it's only 22
And then you
minutes.
write it like that. This happens so many times. You write all these extra jokes for Korean Elvis or whatever in an episode. Then you realize after the table read that the show's 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
And you don't have any jokes for your cast members, but Korean Elvis is just scoring. And you go, maybe we should have the cast say some lines too, in addition to Korean Elvis, and cut that other stuff down. So
Yeah.
yeah, our shows are always about 5 to 7 minutes long at the table read stage, and you just end up having to cut so much out. Sitcoms used to have a lot more running time than they do these days.
Yeah.
Lost a solid couple minutes in the last 15 years, and you got to cram it in.
It's hard to do in 22 minutes. Tell a story.
It is. It's like, yeah, with 21 and change, I think. Something like that, right? With the theme song?
Yeah.
Bad. I just lied and told her I.
That's why our theme song's 12 seconds long. To not
Who did
lose
that
any
theme
of our
song, by the way?
precious.
Was it the Solids?
It might be a band whose website is thesolids.com. It might be that band.
Victoria's great, but
We're probably not allowed to do that.
We're not allowed to say
There,
that, I'm
we've done
sure. We're just plugging our band.
Donna? If you do this right now,
I love Alyson.
You got. I was
just great.
Alyson is great. We have such a good cast. We're so lucky.
Don't do this the wrong way.
And she just pulls that thing off of sort of being the voice of reason. She's sort of like
But she's
this parental
funny.
figure, but she's funny and she's
I'll see you soon.
Like that, that's
she's just great. She makes that role very, very funny and sweet, and she's one of those people you just can't help but kind of care about her when she's on screen, as all the Buffy fans have realized over the years.
Get going. It's pretty late. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I
Get out of there, Ted.
Ah, poor Ted.
Can I call you tomorrow?
Totally. Call me tomorrow.
Okay. Good night, Robin.
Good night, Ted.
Late at night, you make bad decisions. That's just how it is. Don't hug her. Just turn around and go.
Oh,
Dude, just go.
this hug.
Way to cut this down. This hug actually lasted 15 minutes, I think they embraced for.
It was really long.
It was long.
And it should be long, you know? That's how it works, folks. Jeez.
Oh my god.
This is a sitcom.
Right?
Man alive.
Should we go to my room? I mean, there's 5 dogs in there, but...
It's always cool when you're making out with someone to stop to go, oh my god, we're making out. I still do that with my wife almost every day.
I can't believe
Oh my god, we're totally making out.
Okay.
That's also a sexy move in the middle of making
Yeah.
out. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Stop doing that.
What you doing?
Gotta freshen up.
I'm calling you. We're breaking up. I'm doing this right now. I'm coming out of this bathroom a single man.
Okay. Say, Ted, how long do you think that conversation's gonna be?
Ashley's really great in this
Like an
episode
average
too.
pee? No, we're gonna be on the phone for at least 20 minutes.
She did a good job of being that character, but also sort of being eerie and being his conscience, and
Yeah.
she's really great.
Not like this. Not from the bathroom of the girl that you're about to sleep with.
With that joke, we kind of thought you had to acknowledge that, because if his plan is to make this long
Yeah.
phone call, how's that going to go? How's that going to seem to Robin? She's sitting out there
This
waiting
really
for him.
is happening in the bathroom, you know.
Come on, Lily. How many women can say they've been personally...
This scene we actually we had it was almost entirely different right up until the day we shot it, and then we sort of like we sort of rehearsed it right before lunch, and something about it was wrong, and Craig and I like locked the door and went in and wrote a whole new scene like in a half hour, and I think it's actually the scene coming up. It's the next scene with Josh, and it really like.
And you want to know something?
I feel like it helped his performance. The fact that he was just hearing it,
Yeah, absolutely.
just saying it for the first time.
I really liked Allison's face when she got spat on by Korean Elvis. If you want to rewind and watch that again. It's just really funny on
Barney
that.
was right. The night was legendary. It would come to be known as the time Lily kicked Korean Elvis in the nards.
What do you think he's saying to her there? Something really bad.
Saying,
Nards?
yeah, something probably racist or something.
A real breakup call. I'll call you tomorrow.
Good. So you're gonna go home?
Why should I have to go home? You know,
The word Nards, of course, is a reference to the Monster Squad, the popular film from the 80s.
That's a weird joke. That joke where you freeze frame and say that it becomes a story, then you come out and Neil literally says that. We always like in the show sort of the concept of storytelling and how these characters are kind of conscious of the fact that they're living stories
Yes.
as they're living them.
That's very important to this show, actually. They know, and that's part of Ted's character, I think, is that he's writing the story of his life as he lives it.
Right. He knows how it should go.
Yeah.
And he knows what each chapter should be, except, of course, life doesn't always play ball with that.
Yeah.
It's been nice pretending to talk to you.
It's interesting that young Ted sort of lives in the future. He's all he wants to do is just he has this vision of like he wants to settle down. He knows what he wants his life to be. And of course, narrator Ted lives in the past because this whole series is him telling the story.
Okay. Bye.
It's sad. He can never live in the present.
He can't. He's doomed. All these characters are doomed.
Wait a second. It's the most depressing sitcom of all time.
Call her back.
We peer into the existential void.
We like the idea of having
Stay tuned for 2.5 Men.
We like the idea that Josh just literally says, yes, I want to get laid. Because sometimes the tendency with this character is to make him so sort of nobly Cusackian.
Yeah.
Kind of just the best guy of all time.
Yeah.
And we liked by this episode, I forgot what number episode this was, 16 or 17 or something? Do you like just having him admit, yeah, Robin's
Yeah.
hot, I want to have sex with her. He's just a guy. I mean, it's more than that. He thinks he loves her, but we liked him just being a guy in that moment. And of course, it went horribly wrong, as it often does.
As it always
when
does.
you are a guy.
None of it would have happened if I just listened to my mom.
Wah, wah.
This won't be interesting to anyone, but I love the back plate of that Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
It looks really good. It often looks cheesy, those blue screen
That was really
black
beautiful.
back plates, but that looks
So I
pretty
guess
darn
if there's
good.
a lesson to be learned
They
here,
did a good job
it's
on
this.
At least
We needed a joke here at the end. We should have had like Barney like tripping on a banana peel or something, because bummer.
At least Robin's got her dogs. What has Ted got? He just has to sleep
Yeah.
with his bad decision and
his-
live with it.
And his pineapple fetish.
Yeah, he's got that pineapple under the bed.
Yeah.
He's gonna go nuts with that pineapple in 3 seconds. Thanks everybody
That
for watching
wraps
that
it up,
episode.
yeah. That was a good one.
It was good. It was cool to do an episode that had a different tone and was a bit dark and all took place all at night. And it was cool they let us do that.
Yeah.
It's a very different feeling episode. It's nice to mix it up sometimes.
Solids.com.
All right.
TheSolids.com.
Yeah.
I'm Carter Bays. We're done.
Bye.